Greetings. Welcome to NASCAR America Debrief, the ultra-casual NASCAR call-in show here on the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel. Nate Ryan, Matt DiBenedetto, our guest, Kyle Petty, taking your phone calls. We know a lot of you have been on the line waiting to talk to Matty Dean, who, of course, is the big toast of the town this week. So we're going to get to all your calls. We're going to start with Gene, who's on the phone from North Carolina. Gene, welcome to NASCAR America Debrief.
Thank you. Matt, I have a question to ask. Now that you're with a great team, the Wood brothers that have been around since before Hector was a pup, and they're always been gentlemen, what is your NASCAR move going to be when you finally win that first race?
Okay.
What was the last part?
Not to put the cart before the horse, but Gene wants to know when you win your first race, what will that celebration be like? We just talked about the possibility of that happening.
Great question, and I couldn't possibly predict it because I'm going to be a basket case of emotion because that's something I've worked for my entire life, and then on top of the all the history that would be involved in that team winning for it would be way too much to process. Couldn't even comprehend it. No idea.
Do you remember your first victory celebration?
Yeah. I got out, got the trophy, and went home. There you go, people. That's what you used to do. It's amazing how you just drive into victory lane, you get your picture taken, you try on a hat or two, get a check, head out. That's it.
No burnouts back then.
No burnouts, man.
Let's go back to the phones. Talk to Evan. Evan, welcome to NASCAR America Debrief.
Hi, guys. Thank you. I just wanted to say, first, Matt, you might not know who this is, but it's your old buddy, Evan. I saw you at Bristol last year since 11 years, so I just wanted to say, man, I'm so proud of you, dude. I mean, I can't believe all the amazing stuff you've been doing and stuff. And when that night at Bristol, I was on the edge of my seat. Me, Mom, and Dad were on the edge of our seat rooting for you. I'm so proud, dude.
Thanks, man. It's been crazy. That was a tough one to lose, but crazy night though.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, you get a lot of people from your past call up and say, hey, you remember me? Do you know me?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's hold on. Listen, I used to live and I get phone calls and it's like, hey, and hey, can I get some tickets to Charlotte? And I had to put on my answering machine. This is not the ticket office for Charlotte Motor Speedway. Okay, you need to call over there, dude. I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Do you get people like out of the blue just call up and say?
Yeah, I've been lucky to have I have a lot of same friends from even back in high school and a lot of great people. But there have been a couple of those of like, hey man, haven't talked to you since high school. So Charlotte's coming up this week. It's always Charlotte week.
Yeah, always
Charlotte's coming up this week.
Charlotte.
Yeah, you know.
It is always Charlotte.
No, I'm lucky to have a good group of friends.
It is always
Well,
Charlotte.
if this seems like old home week on NASCAR America, we've had Robin, we've had Evan, and now we have another voice from your past. We have Debbie on the phone lines. Debbie, welcome to NASCAR America Debrief, and I believe you have a Hickory Motor Speedway connection?
Good. Yes, Matt. Hey, I was in the women's club with your mom. Still am in the women's club. Just know that the racetrack loves you. We're pulling for you, and don't never change. Just stay the same.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's cool to have a lot of hometown connections. We were very plugged in and involved. That's our home racetrack, and our whole family.
You know what? It was funny. The piece we played in Motor Mouse about putting your name on the wall when you won the championship there.
Yep.
I mean, the all-time greats have come through there. I mean, Jack Ingram, Robert Presley, Bobby Isaac. I mean, so many. So I mean, you know the history of this stuff. Going into the Wood Brothers, that's like secondhand to you.
Yep, that is a very cool one on my home racetrack to have my name on the wall with all those. So that's a picture that I will never lose.
Yeah.
I mean, it is cool to pull up to Hickory and to just every time I pull up there to see it and I have to look.
That was a cool fact, man. That was neat.
That was cool. We've got some YouTube comments for you as well. One from someone who calls themselves the Gnome, which is appropriate, I think, for this question. Wants to know, are there any drivers you have a prank war with, like you did with Landon Castle a few years back? I don't remember this prank war. I know that, like, Taylor bears the brunt of a lot of your pranks, but
yeah, Tay usually does. There was a good one. Landon actually got me really good. He, when we were staying at Dover, we were at the casino, and he filled out the thing and put it on my door after I was already in my room and ordered $100 and something worth of food to my room in the morning, and it got billed to me. So that was the winner. Me and Bowman, we go at it quite a bit, and usually a lot of inappropriate poking or slapping in bad places during interviews.
I got you.
Love to get him during if he's in a TV interview and I can smack him and make him be down for the count. That's the best. Or right before he walks out for driver intros. If we're by each other, be like, all right, man. They'll be like, hey, driving the 88. Alex, boom, and then he goes out
down.
there.
And he's down.
Let's go back to the phones and talk to Bob in Maryland. Bob, welcome to NASCAR America Debrief.
Thanks a lot. I just really wanted to say two things. First of all, Matt, congratulations. Couldn't have happened to a better guy. And really, I wanted to thank you for doing it the right way. You've all of your interviews, everything you've done has always been professional, even in the adversity. And in a day and age where we have Antonio Brown all over the news being negative, we've got Matty D and NASCAR doing it the right way. And I just wanted to thank you because you give my kids a good role model to watch and grow up and sort of emulate. So thank you very much, and good luck moving forward.
That means a lot. That really does mean a lot. Thank you. That is cool to have when people say that stuff. I mean, to me, and I mean, I'm just me. Oh. I don't feel I'm not that cool of a guy or anything like that. Just regular old, me. I go home, hang with Taylor and my dog and stuff. But it's crazy to think and hear those types of comments. Like, hey, you're a role model for my kids or something like that. That stuff is just it's hard for me to even comprehend or take. That's so meaningful.
It's cool because you are just you. And that's what comes across. That's why you're a role model. And that's cool, man. Yeah.
That is neat.
It's good, man.
Yeah, thank you. That's cool.
I like that.
Yeah, I did too.
I like that.
Have the last 2 days sort of just been surreal? That like you've had like just this sort of like overwhelming just outpouring of just, I mean, NASCAR Twitter lit up with drivers congratulating you. And
what sticks out to me the most is kind of like he hit on a little bit is social media and stuff can get a rap, or it can be negative real easy. It's easy for it to be a negative place. What amazes me is, and especially in recent, NASCAR stuff in general, but like these announcements I've been lucky enough to have, even when I got the opportunity with LFR and then this opportunity next year to read, I can scroll like this and all like just positive feedback and loving it. And in today's world, that's so heartwarming in itself.
Well, on that note, I have a leftover hashtag, let me say this, from Roger Hogue. You talk about that negativity sometimes on Twitter. Your team owner right now, Bob Levine, took a lot of guff from people on Twitter. What was that like for you, and has that affected you guys at all? Has it been hard for you to watch what he's had to deal with all of that?
That's the hard thing is, Twitter can be one of those places where if it's a tough situation where it's a no-win situation for somebody, like Bob Levine, my team owner, who's such a great guy, and we've always gone to bat for each other. But there's some stuff that is just better off that you have to ignore and things. But it's tough to see. I know people just have their feelings or be upset or whatever. But when it's something that's kind of in a sense, out of his control, it did pain me a bit to see him taking a lot of grief from people, because when I know him as a person, he's just the most genuine, basic, nice human being. And to see that is tough for me. So I always in my interviews tried to go to bat like, hey guys, no, I wouldn't be here without him. That's the thing we need to focus on.
Yeah, everybody's always so kind to me on Twitter. So
I was gonna say, you're the go-to for advice on how to handle it.
Yes, thank you.
More phone calls from Matt DiBenedetto. We've got Mary on the line. Mary, welcome to NASCAR America Debrief.
Thank you very much. Matt, I'm the crazy lady that keeps taking pictures of you at the racetrack. And
I know exactly what this is.
I am so happy that you have arrived. Even my newspaper that I shoot for was hoping you'd get a ride too.
Thank you.
That's Late Model Digest. They're so proud of you. And I'll see you in Phoenix, and you're going to win there, and you're going to win the Daytona 500.
There we go. Sounds good to me. I like that plan. Then I can
no pressure.
Good plan. Good plan.
Wins for both teams.
Yeah,
I like
That's
it. That sounds good.
All right. Thank you for the phone call, Mary. We'll stay on the phones and talk to Keith. Keith, welcome to NASCAR America Debrief.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Great.
Matt, I heard that from Paul Menard. Paul Menard said he didn't want this to be a one-year sponsorship for you. He'd like it to go further. How exciting is that?
Yeah, it's neat. It is a multi-year opportunity for me. So that's a neat, amazing opportunity. Not to go in there and for them to express like, hey, We want to all go perform together. We want this to work, and we want to build a long-term relationship. So that's special. And same coming from Paul, the team, his support, all of them. Yeah, they don't want it to be something where it's just a 1 year. It's no temporary thing. The plan is go out there, perform, and build a long. I mean, it shows their relationships with their drivers. That's what they do and have done.
Does it get easier at all to race under that kind of pressure of 1 year, performance is going to keep you in the car, and you don't, yes, it would be nice to have long-term security, but hey, it's just about results, and if I do it, I'm still here.
Going into this deal is cool, knowing that the plan and goal is a long-term relationship. So you just go out there and focus on your performance and doing what we know we can do together, especially with that great of an organization. But for me, I think this journey has made me so mentally tough that I don't, and I've gotten great advice from people too. AJ is one that's been very adamant on me, and I always stick to it, you can't ever let the pressure affect your decisions, because then you can make maybe some stupid decisions or something. Then you'll ruin your race. You do what you know you were born and raised and meant to do, and you stick to that. Don't let pressure or anything get to you. So that's in next year's situation. Yeah, you could go in there, and if I wasn't prepared or ready mentally or anything, you could, try and make desperate moves or do things. Then you make mistakes and throw races away. And just be comfortable and do what you know you can do, and be confident in yourself. That's the main thing.
Stay on the phones and talk to Justin. Justin, welcome to NASCAR America Debrief.
Hello, Kyle, Nate, and Matt. My question is for Matt, and I was wondering, Matt, how do you feel returning back to the Ford manufacturer?
That's a good question. Thank you, Justin. It's been great to see how different manufacturers, how they all operate. Toyota family has taken me in like family, and Ford. I was with them for 2 years with Go Fast Racing, and they were nothing but great to me. Mark Rushbrook, Pat DeMarco, and even the Doug Yates and their family. It's they do treat you like family. We do a bunch of group outings together, like play football and fun stuff. So aside from the racetrack, it is cool how they operate. So no, and I'm a gearhead too. So I'll have to. Maybe see if they'll let me test drive a GT500 or something. But, no, it's been cool.
Just throwing it out there.
It'd be cool to be back in their family, and I'm thankful. Even in the Toyota group as well is so supportive of it as well. They genuinely, you could tell, wanted to see me go to whatever opportunity was best, regardless of manufacturer. So that's how much a family these guys operate as.
Yeah. Cool. YouTube question for you from Jason: was Xfinity ever an option? There was some talk maybe about a full-time Xfinity season, a step back from Cup. Was that something you looked at all? Or?
Man, I don't know. I was in the process of thinking through all this stuff in the last couple of weeks until this all came about. So I don't have a good answer. I got to the point of winning was priority. I was like, I'm not going to do anything unless I know I have a shot to win. So maybe that could have been Xfinity. I didn't know. I got to the point of almost I couldn't even think of it anymore, because I was like, you know what, this is above me. I got to just trust that this all happens for a reason. So I don't have a great answer for that other than that.
Yeah, well, like you said, I mean, it all came together so soon. You find out you're looking for a ride, and then it seemed like less than a week later.
It was in less than a week, literally. So I had those 6 days or so for Taylor to cry every day, and for me to be in panic. And then it turned around.
She's going to kill you.
Yeah. She always like, why do you talk about how much I cry? She's very sensitive. Check my phone. She's probably watching.
All right. We had 2 more phone calls, I think, here on NASCAR America Debrief, and we're going to start with Trevor. Trevor, welcome to the program.
Hey, guys. Congrats, Matt DiBenedetto. I was wondering, are you excited for the Penske games next year, and have you started to prepare to beat Blaney and everyone?
That's right.
Oh, we talked about that. That got brought up.
That's right.
Yesterday. Yeah. So Penske games. That's he had a good point. Blaney is. I mean, he's athletic, and he's good at everything. I'm like, what, dude? Come on, man. What's wrong with you? Why are you so good at everything? Like football, any athletics? Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be a part of it. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah. So you're looking forward to how many marshmallows you can stuck in your mouth at one time?
Yeah. I'm really gunning for Blaney.
Okay.
I hate to just
like
single him out.
Man.
But it's almost irritating how good he is at everything. I'm telling you, it'd be like when the Ford events we do, it'd be like, all right, today we're playing basketball or whatever, and he's just freaking really good. And then, all right, today we're playing football. And then he like goes and literally dove for a catch in the end zone, one-handed, and grabs it. And I'm like, what's up with this guy? Why are you so good at everything? So I'm going to have to practice and go for him.
All right, well, speaking of eating, I think we have a phone call from Aaron. Aaron, welcome to the NASCAR America Debrief. What's your question about food?
Hi, so I was wondering, Matty D, when you found out you weren't getting renewed, how many cupcakes did you stress eat versus how many cupcakes did you eat in celebration when you got renewed?
That's a great tab.
That is really
Stress eat. Yeah,
So,
how did you stress eat?
You know, I'm kind of the opposite. I hate it. I would rather be a stress eater because I love food. Love it. But I'm more of a, I lose my appetite when I'm stressed. So I didn't, and I'm on a pretty strict eating regimen of eating a ton and with my workout program. So I actually was at a deficit of calories in general. It stunk, and it makes me mad because I've been working so hard, and now I didn't eat enough this week. So I actually didn't eat enough. And then when I found out the news, I was like, all right, 24-ounce steak, here I come. That's what I did last night, actually.
All right, well, I think there's 10,000 calories of cupcakes waiting for
There's
you.
10,000 calories right outside the store,
Yeah. Thanks again for being here, Matt. Really appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody, for all your phone calls, questions, comments on YouTube. We appreciate it. Thanks for watching NASCAR America Debrief.